What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV and welcome to another epic SuperSaf style camera comparison. This time it's between the OnePlus 3 and the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So in the usual style we'll be doing both front and rear facing camera tests and looking at images as well as video too. Do also look out for the audio icon in the corner of the screen and that will indicate to you which device the audio is coming from, and I'll be switching between these two so you get a better idea of the differences in audio as well. So we're currently outdoors. It's a great day outside here in Leicester. We're using the front-facing cameras on both devices. We'll be switching to the rear-facing cameras and then doing some low-light tests and things too. So do hit that thumbs up button and let's get straight to it. So now we're using the rear-facing cameras on both devices. We are filming at full 4K, which both of these devices are capable of. Now, although this video is exported out at 1080p, this does mean that we can crop in and get much more detail. Now, just to test out the stabilization, I'm going to be taking a bit of a walk. Both devices are mounted to the same thing, so this is as fair as it's going to get. So now we're indoors with the OnePlus 3, testing out the autofocus, going from something that's close to something that's far. Seems to be doing pretty well. Now, same lighting with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, going from something that's close to something that's far, and super fast. So that was the video. Now, before we move on to some images, just to clarify some of the specs that we're working with here. For the front-facing cameras, we've got 8 megapixels on the OnePlus 3 and 5 megapixels for the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. And for the rear-facing cameras, we've got 16 megapixels for the OnePlus 3 and 12 megapixels for the S7 Edge. Now, if you like the skin that I've got here on the S7 Edge, then definitely check out our sponsor for this episode, which is Dbrand. Dbrand have a wide variety of skins to customize the look of your device, and they've also now got OnePlus 3 skins available, so I'll leave a link to them in the description below if you're interested. Now, another thing to mention is that all images were taken on automatic, so I did not tweak any of the settings to keep things as fair as possible. Now, let's start off with some selfies. Here you can see that both are doing pretty well, but the S7 definitely has a more dynamic range. You can see a lot more of that background. The OnePlus 3 has blown out those highlights, so I do prefer the S7 Edge here. Going in 100%, you can see that we do have more detail, however, on the OnePlus 3 because of the 8 megapixels versus the 5 megapixels on the S7 Edge. So that is an advantage that you are going to be getting with the OnePlus 3. Now, an indoor selfie in lowish light, you can see here that the OnePlus 3 is brighter, and I do like that a little bit better. There's some software processing going on here on the S7 Edge, and you can see that it's a little bit blurred. So I would give the win here to the OnePlus 3. Now, you can use the front-facing flash on the S7. It does do a decent job, and it does seem to give you a better result than it did previously on the S7. But I still do like the brighter image of the OnePlus 3. Now, an outdoor macro shot, I think both are doing really great here. Got a nice shallow depth of field. Let's go in 100%. And here it does look like the S7 is capturing a little bit more detail. It looks like the OnePlus 3 is struggling a little bit to focus in the macro condition here. Although it is producing a nice looking shot, I would have to give the edge here to the Samsung Galaxy S7. You can also crop in a little bit further on the OnePlus 3 because of the high resolution. Now, an outdoor wide shot, both are doing great here. I think the S7 is a tad sharper, but I do like the dynamic range a little bit better on the OnePlus 3. If I was to pick one out of personal preference, it would be the one from the OnePlus 3. Now, moving on indoors, so this is under room lighting. The S7 giving a brighter image for sure. I like the colors a little bit better on the OnePlus 3. Now, let's dip the light right down. And here you can see that the S7 is definitely doing a lot better here. You've got a brighter image with much less noise, and if we go in 100%, you can see that we've maintained a lot more. Looking at that text there is a lot more detail here on the S7, and this is where it's really shining because of the low light capabilities. Moving the test outdoors, once again the S7 performing much better here, giving a much brighter image. You can also see some more of the clouds in the background which are kind of lost here on the OnePlus 3, and I think this does come down to the f1.7 aperture and the larger pixels on the Samsung Galaxy S7. This is further visible when we go in 100%, so for low light the S7 definitely edges out here. Now, finally, an image using the flash on both devices. I think both are doing pretty good here. It's going to come down to your personal preference. So there we have it, the epic SuperSaf style camera comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. versus the OnePlus 3. Now for the front facing camera, I would give the overall edge to the S7 with better dynamic range both for video as well as for images. You do however have a high resolution on the OnePlus 3, so you are going to be able to crop in further, and it does perform better in a low light. For video, I think both did well, however I would give the edge to the S7, firstly because of the dual pixel autofocus, which was a little bit better, not to say that the OnePlus 3 wasn't good, but overall you had better dynamic range in the video. However, the OnePlus 3 did seem to have a little bit better dynamic range on images. But when it comes to low light, the S7 is still king, producing much brighter images with a lot more detail. So some interesting results here, and although the S7 Edge would seem to have won in most situations, the OnePlus 3 really did hold its own, and that's awesome considering the price of this device, which is quite a bit lower. That's what I think anyway. What do you think? Do drop me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. If you want to see more images from lots of different devices, then do go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. I'm at SuperSaf TV. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe. This is the place for the best camera comparisons on YouTube, so make sure you do not miss out on the future ones. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time.